anyone who just doesn't feel supported. Give yourself time. You are freaking loved and so important. If you wanna cry it out, cry it out. It's okay, no matter if you're straight, bi, trans, queer, or gay. You are worth it and you're beautiful. You're far from the usual. Your life is also worth it because you are freaking perfect how you are. Fast forward, I'm as happy as can be. I'm gay and I'm proud and I can finally be me. This is for anyone who just doesn't feel supported. Give yourself time. You are freaking loved and so important.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Jaquel Iola here, and by the title of this video, it is going to be my coming out story. And the song that I played at the beginning of this video was my favorite YouTuber's Demo Wilson's Becoming Yourself, because it basically just it just explains how she came out to her mom, and like at first her mom didn't like it, and she told her that she was young and that it was just a phase she was going through, and that if she changed the way of her life, then everything would be fine. And now her mom loves her, and that she loves Chrissy, which who wouldn't love Chrissy? I mean, who wouldn't love Domo? Who wouldn't love Dominic? They have such a beautiful family going on there. It's amazing. I love them so much. But yeah, I will put the link to this song in the description box below. Yeah. Alright, so I guess just to get into this video. Sorry, I'm looking a little gross right now. I decided to make a video today because I don't really have much going on today. And I decided to clean because I'm a mess. And I just like, this needs to be fixed. Anyways, so into the video. So it's been roughly like 4 years, almost 4 years now since I've been out. Yeah, because I came out when I was like 16 and a half, and I'll be 20 this year, so it's like 3.5 years, almost 4 years. Alright, so before I even get into how I came out, let's go back to when I realized that I like girls. So I dated boys to fit in with all my friends. The last boy I dated, I was 15. Yeah, I was 15. The last guy I dated, I was 15. Well, anyways, when I was younger, around like 13, 14 years old, my cousin had this one girl friend, and his sisters, like my other cousins, like they thought I liked her just because I always wanted to be around her, but honestly I didn't even feel that type of way towards her. I just liked being around her. But yeah, they used to call me a lesbian all the time, and I'm like, shut the hell up, I'm not a lesbian, I don't like girls, you know, whatever. But in like the back of my head, like I knew that I liked girls, but I didn't want anybody to know, because I didn't want to be, I mean, I was already discriminated against because I was black and everything. I didn't want that to add on to it. So I was just like, whatever, didn't say nothing to nobody. Well, when I was 15, about to turn 16, my brother, I'm not gonna name any names though, because that's just, I'm not gonna put her into this, just to explain this. My brother and I are only like 10.5 months apart, so we're really close in age. And he was talking to this girl at the time, and it was over the summer. She had went to Florida for a vacation, and while she was on vacation, I was just like, listen, we were friends. Her and I were friends. We were like talking, you know, and I was like, listen, I'm just gonna become a lesbian, you know, whatever. She's like, have you ever kissed a girl? And I'm like, no. Like, and she's like, well, if you want to, you can kiss me. And I'm like, but you're talking to my brother. And she's like, it's okay, he don't have to know. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So she came back home from vacation, and my dad and my brother and I went to go pick her up, and she came to our house and we hung out pretty much all day, and didn't know what I was doing. I was scared, little scared cat. So we hung out all day, but we didn't end up kissing until like later on that night, around like 9 something, you know. Me trying to be all romantic. I took my blanket, put it over the window because I didn't want any light shining in. Even though it was dark outside, I didn't want any light shining in. I wanted it to be completely dark in there. Closed my door, you know, and I turned music on. And we were sitting there, and she's like, "Are you gonna kiss me?" And I'm like, "Can you just kiss me?" And she's like, "No, you kiss me." So I'm like, "Okay." So I leaned in to kiss her, and when I kissed her, that just gave me like the most amazing feeling in the world. I was like, and then I kissed her again. Well, I asked her, I was like, "Can I kiss you again?" And she was like, "Yeah." And that's when, like, that's just like, I just knew that I like girls. I was like, yep, I know it, I know it. And so that's when I realized that I like girls, and I had a crush on her for the longest time. I don't know, I didn't really, I guess, kind of fell in love with her because it was like the first girl that I ever kissed and everything, but we never dated or anything. But anyways, yeah, I kissed her, and it was just between her and I. I didn't tell nobody for a long time. And then the first person I told was my cousin, because she was bi and everyone in our family knew she was bi. And I was scared. She was like, I think we were sitting in the bathroom, to be honest. I think we were at one of her old houses, and we were in the bathroom, and I was just like, I think I could be bi. And she's like, "Well, are you gonna tell anybody?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna tell anybody." And she's like, "Why? Our family doesn't care." And I'm like, "I know, but I'm this shy little girl. I already have depression and everything." And I'm like, "Nope, I'm just gonna keep it to myself. Keep it to myself." So I'm like, "Okay." Well, fast forward to like 6 or 7 months later, I was having a bad day at school, and like my teacher asked me what was wrong, and I'm like, "Nothing." And then I ended up telling her, and she's like, "You shouldn't be upset about that." And I'm like, "I know, but you know, whatever." So they ended up calling my mom, and I got home from school that day. Sorry that I'm moving around, but I got home from school that day, and my mom was like, "So, Jaquel, is there anything you need to tell me?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "The school called me." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I my teacher made me mad." She's like, "They're not gonna call me if your teacher made you mad." I'm like, thinking to myself, shit, she's absolutely right. So yeah, I was around 16 this time. She's like, "They're not gonna call me for that." And I'm like, "You're right, they're not." So I'm like, "Do you really want to know what's wrong?" And she's like, "Well, of course I do. You're my daughter. Like, why wouldn't I?" And I'm like, okay. So the reason why I used Domo song is because she wrote her mom a note. I mean, although she left hers on the nightstand, I'm scared, and like when I talk to, like, I get nervous. So like whenever I talk to people and I want to tell them something serious, I either text it to them or I write it down. So I remember writing down on a piece of paper, "I think I could be bi." And I came out with being bi at first, and she's like, so I handed it to her, and she opened it, and she was like, well, first off, although my cousins used to call me lesbian all the time, we would mess around with my little sisters, and because we were just bullies, and we would call them lesbians all the time. And the first thing my mom said to me was, "Well, you can't call your little sisters lesbians anymore." And I'm like, "You're absolutely right. you're right, you right, Mom, you right, you right. And she's like, I know I am. And I'm like, okay, well, to this day, I don't think I've called them a lesbian. I mean, if I did, then they just knew that I was joking because, you know, they know now. But what my mom said to me was her exact words. I remember these words like crazy. I remember them. Her exact words were, you can't help who you like or fall in love with. She's like, and I'm always gonna love you no matter what. And that for me just lifted a huge weight off my shoulders. And I'm like, yes, like my mom. That's my best, like, I was so happy. And but I told her, I was like, don't tell anybody, like, don't tell Dad. And she's like, I'm not gonna tell him. So I told my mom, and my mom was perfectly fine with it. She's fine with it. Now it came to telling my family and my friends. So I told my friends. I remember telling my two best friends at this time. They were both older than me, and my older sisters. The first, like, I started the conversation off with, how do you feel about gay marriage? Because, you know, whatever. And so I told my best friend, and we were sitting there in her car, and I was upset, and she's like, what's wrong? Do you need to talk to me? And I'm like, no, I don't need to talk to you. And she's like, well, I know that there's something wrong. So I asked her, I was like, well, how do you feel about gay marriage? And she's like, why do you think you're gay? Do you think you could be gay? And I'm like, I think I could be bi. And she's like, why are you upset about that? I'm still gonna love you no matter what. And she looked at me. This is what she said to me. She's like, I already knew this. And I was like, wait a second. Wait, what? How did you know? How did you know this? She's just like, I just knew. And I'm like, how did you know? Now, mind you, her and I, she's a lot older than me. She's around my mom's age, but she's known me since I was 12 years old, and I told her when I was 16. She knew for 4 years before I even did that I was gay. Before I even did. And I asked, and like I kept asking her, and she's like, and we used to watch Pretty Little Liars together, and I had the hugest crush on Emily. And she was like, just the way you used to talk about the girls off of Pretty Little Liars. And then she was like, especially Emily. And I'm like, fuck. And so she had no problem with it. She still has no problem with it. And like, it was just the fact that she knew for 4 years, and she was just like, I was like, wow, like, mind blown. Like, she knew before I even did. So then it came around to telling my other best friend, you know. So I went to her house, and I was sitting there on her stairs, and I was like, I need to talk to you. And she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, how do you feel about gay marriage? Because that's just a question that I always said to everybody. And she's like, why? And I'm like, well, because I think I could be bi. And she's like, oh, I already know. And I'm like, how does everybody know? Mind you, she's only known me for like a little over a year now. But she was like, I already knew. And I'm like, okay. She's like, I'm still gonna love you. You're still gonna be my quelly belly. I'm like, okay. But yeah, so she knew, my other best friend knew, and they were perfectly fine with it. And then it came to telling my older sisters. I was sitting in the car with my one older sister, and I told her, and she's like, I said, how do you feel about gay marriage? And she was like, honestly, I think I could be, she's like, I think I'm bi too. And I'm like, and you're just now telling me this? She was like, well, yeah, but like, all the weight that I had on my shoulder, every time I told somebody, the weights just like got lighter and lighter. And then I told my oldest older sister, and at that time, she was like really religious and whatnot, but she was like, well, in the Bible it says this and this and this, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm like, I'm not gonna change who I am just to make you happy. And she At first she didn't like it, but now she doesn't care, and I can sit there and talk to her about anything, and we've gotten closer. Like, we've gotten close these past few years, and it's awesome. Like, my older sisters and whatever, like, yeah, they didn't like it at first, but now they have absolutely no problem with it, and going on almost 4 years now, and it's awesome. Um, and then I told the rest of my family, and they had no problem with it because whatever. The only person that really had a problem with it was my father, my dad, whatever you want to call him. Um, so for him, like, I knew how he felt about that type of stuff. So I had actually gone to a camp. It was like a leadership camp. And while I was there, it was like a week long, and like I was upset, and like I talked to all them, and they were like, "Oh, you need to tell them, like, you need to tell him, you need to talk about it, like, don't be afraid." So after camp, a couple weeks later, my dad was picking me up from work, and we were on our way home from picking me up, and I'm like, "I need to talk to you about something," and he's like, "You're pregnant," and I'm like thinking to myself, no, I'm not pregnant, because what I'm about to tell you is that I like girls, so there's no way that I can get pregnant, unless I went to get it inseminated, but I don't plan on doing that. But I'm like thinking to myself, no. So I told him, I was like, I like girls, and he just completely lost it. He's like, "I don't want to talk to you about it. Like, don't talk to me about this, blah blah blah," and you know, he didn't like it. But yeah, it was hard telling him, but I had to. Like, I had to tell him. I had to tell everybody in my family, whatever. And now, honestly, they don't care. Like, I have a great support system. They don't care at all. I was very, very skeptical and very scared to come out. Especially like to my friends at school, because I lost a lot of friends at school. But I don't really care anymore. But I lost a lot of friends. But I'm not going to change myself to make other people happy. And I actually, a couple months after I came out to my dad, I started dating my first girlfriend, and I posted this thing on my Facebook about how many people knew that I was bi and whatever. Wait, pause. I did stuff with a girl for the first time, and then I realized that I was gay and not bi. I told my mom, I'm like, "Mom, I'm definitely gay," and she's like, "Okay, I'm still gonna love you." I'm like, "Okay, got you." So anyways, I posted a status on Facebook about me being gay, and I was scared to post it at first because I didn't want like negative feedback, but the love and all the comments and all the support I got back on that status was mind-blowing. Like, it's amazing. It's just like such an amazing feeling, like, to have so many people support you when you're going, like, you were already going through so much, and on top of that, like, you came out as being gay or bi or trans, even if that, like, it was such a huge weight lifted off my shoulders, and I couldn't be happier. Like, I'm so happy with myself, and I'm just mind blown. So yeah, I came out, and I've been out for almost 3.5 years now. Well, almost 4 years now, and it's awesome. But I know for some people, it's very difficult to come out because they lose a lot of family, a lot of friends. I lost a lot of friends, but that's okay because I have a great support system. I honestly, like, I have the best support system I could possibly have. My mom, she's my #1 fan. Like, she's my biggest supporter. It's an amazing feeling to have when you can finally be yourself and you're not afraid to be yourself anymore. Because I'm not afraid to be myself anymore at all. Like, if you don't like that I'm gay, then you don't have to talk to me. That's all there is to it. Like, you don't have to talk to me. You don't have to be my life. That's not gonna hurt me any less. But like I said, like, my family, my friends, they are amazing. Like, they have so much love and support, and they remind me all the time that I'm like such an inspiration, and that they're so happy that I'm finally happy with myself and who I am and just everything that I've been able to accomplish with my life and everything. And I'm extremely, extremely happy and grateful that I have the support system that I do, because I know that there's a lot of people out there that don't have the same support that I do, because there's people out there that their families kick them out, and I wouldn't know what to do without my family, and it's just an amazing feeling. But I want people to know that even if you're like your family and you, like the friends that you've like had growing up and stuff, like if you come out and like they don't like it, don't change or try to like change for them. Be yourself, because that's what you need to do to make yourself happy. And don't let anybody tell you different. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, people say that there's this and that, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I have so many like different types of friends and that are gay, bi, straight, whatever. I try to love everybody now. And if, like I said, if your family, your friends, they don't like it, hit me up. I will be anybody's friend, no matter like who it is. If you need help coming out, hit me up. I'll help you. I'll help you, walk you through it. If you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. What else? Yeah, I'm so happy that I came out and that I've been out for a long time, and I have such a great support system. I actually went to my first Pride festival back in October of 2017, and it was the best experience. Like, it was amazing. I can't wait to go to more, because I'm super excited. I want to go to more. I haven't picked any ones that I want to go out to yet, but I want to go to so much more. While I was there, actually, I bought my mom a sticker that said Pride, sorry, I can't talk. It says proud parent of a gay daughter, and I actually sent her a picture with it to her, and I sent her another one with like me and my flag and stuff, and I didn't even get to put it on my Facebook or anything, share it or anything before my mom did, because she did, and she was like, proud mama moment, love you to pieces. And while I was at Pride, I started crying, and my friends were like, what is wrong? And I'm like, I'm just so happy. Like my mother, like, it's awesome. My mom actually, she's in these mom groups on Facebook, and I didn't even know about this, but she posted it in her mom group, and like in most, like a lot of her mom groups, and she got so much feedback on it. Like she has over like 1,000 likes and comments on it, and it's just like, she was talking about how like me being bullied for this and that, like me being biracial and my mental illnesses and all of that. She posted it on there, and like how she's proud of me for everything that I'm doing with my life, and she got so much positive feedback. Like it was amazing feeling. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful that other people are proud of my mom for being a proud parent, because like she's done everything she possibly could to do everything right for me, and not even just me, just like my siblings and my nieces and nephews, and she's awesome, and I wouldn't know what to do without her. But like I said, like, it was hard for me to come out. I was very, very scared, especially from my dad, but now I'm happy, I'm me, and I couldn't even imagine like what my life would be like if I wasn't where I am today. Like, I'm so proud of myself for everything that I've accomplished, and I love having people tell me that they're proud of me, and just inspiring people. Like, if you need help coming out, hit me up. If you just need a friend to talk to, hit me up. I'm here for you. I will be your friend. I will not discriminate against anybody unless they are just rude, just a flat out rude ass person. Like, no. But I don't judge. I'm not gonna judge your skin color, your sexual orientation, your religion, your gender, nothing. Like, the only thing that I will base you off of is your character and how you treat others, because I just want love. I just want love from everybody, and I'm just, yeah, it's just an amazing feeling. but I think that's gonna be the end of this video. I will put some of the, like, at the end of this video, I guess, I'm going to put some of my pictures and stuff from whenever I went to the Pride Festival and everything on there, and I will put the link down to Domo's song. And I just want people to know that if you're struggling, I know it's going to be hard, but you need to come out. You need to be yourself. Don't let anybody tell you different. And you shouldn't be ashamed of yourself if you're trans, bi, straight, whatever. Like, everybody needs to be loved, and everyone deserves to be loved no matter who they are or how they are. The only thing that they should be judged on is their character and how they treat others. And yeah, I'm very, very thankful. Like I said, I'm very thankful for everything that I've been able to accomplish, and for me finally to be able to be me. And I think that, yeah. What else? I don't really know what else to say because I pretty much summed everything up. But I'm very grateful for the friends and the great support system that I have. I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't have them. They're amazing. And I hope anybody that needs help coming out or just needs a friend to talk to, someone to talk to, they can message me, because I have no problem talking to nobody. I will be friends with anybody. Yeah. So I guess comment down below what other kind of videos I should make. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next video. Bye.